welcome to Beauty First and 10. Today I'm going to go through my recommendations for the Sephora sale. And we're going to start off with my absolute favorite complexion product, this foundation. So this is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is their Impeccable Blurring Second Skin Foundation, and I have this in the shade CR1. This is my go-to. I want my foundation to look good. This is what I grab all the time. This is absolutely fantastic. Best foundation that came out in 2025. If you'd like something that's a little less full coverage, then I highly recommend checking out Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Tint. I have this one in the shade 4, and this gives actually pretty good coverage for a skin tint, but it is going to be lighter coverage. You're going to feel this is very comfortable to wear. Highly recommend this. And if you're like, Debbie, I need a stick, I don't do liquid foundation, then I got you as well. This Liss Triple Fix Skin Tint Stick is great. It is creamy, it blends out really well. Highly recommend this. If you would like something just, kind of a sheer coverage, just to look like put together, then I recommend the Kosas BB Burst. I have this in the shade 15. This is nice. Just going to give you a very, very light coverage, but it does look good on the skin. It does give a little bit of radiance, and this looks good if you're thinking about doing underpainting underneath. This is your product to go to. Now, another product that I think everybody should be using, but I know you're not, so now is the time to pick up one. So bronzers, they can look really good. You can go for contouring with something that's a little bit more gray. You can go warm for a more beachy look. So I've got you covered in all of them. One of my favorite ones that I tried this year was the Sarah Creole Just Like Paradise. And I'll show you how much I like it, because not only did I break the compact, but I have very little left. This is great. It looks good as a contour. It looks good as a bronzing shade. I use this to the point where there's not very much left, and I have not had it this long, and I broke it. So I'm going to be picking up another one in the Sephora sale. If you'd like something that's more a little bit traditional bronzy, then I recommend this one by Kosas. I have this in the shade Beachy, and I'll bring this in. You can kind of just see, but this is a great color. Highly recommend this bronzer really for anybody. It's pretty goof proof. You really can't screw that one up. And then again, if you're a stick person, I still got you, or you travel a lot because sticks are great, then check out this one. So this is Warm Wishes. This is the bronzer by Rare Beauty. I've used this one pretty extensively as well. And this one is also a little bit like the Sarah Creole in that it has a little bit more of a grayish tone. So it works well as contour and also as bronzer. And then as we head over into blushes, just a shout out on fragrance. I'm not a huge fragrance person myself, but I love these Fleurs. So I have this one, which is heavy cream, and I use this as a body and a hair mist. It smells amazing, and I'm picking up caramel during the Sephora sale. So definitely check these out. They're not very expensive, which is really nice in the fragrance world. Okay, I have a couple of options in the blush market. First off is the Hourglass palette, and I will put up here a review that I did on this Fox palette, which I really think is the best palette that they have. I'll show you the shades here, but this is just great. Look at these gorgeous shades. You've got this bronzer that you can use as a bronzer if you're darker skin toned, or I use the finishing powder as my bronzer. It's got these 3 blushes that are all gorgeous, and then also that highlighter. This is a great palette, but it is pricey. This is $94, so depending on your tier, you'll get some money off, so now is a good time to purchase it. And then as just general cream blush, highly recommend this one by Nude Stick. So this is a very shocking purple shade, and it has a magnetic lid that comes off, but this is a great shade. I know this looks like this would not go together, but it looks really, really good on me. It comes out kind of more of a berry flavor. I will throw up on the screen here what the name of the shade is because I couldn't find it on the back of this packaging, but this is probably the best blush I tried this year. And then another one that's a real standout for me are the Tower 28 Get Set blushes. These are blurring, and I have the shade Long Island Iced Tea and Malibu Cooler. These are excellent. If you're looking for powder, this is where it's at. And there's just one more shout out in the cream blushes because I saw this on the Sephora website and it says coming soon. If you see one of these Danessa Myricks palettes come up where they have 4 or 5 of these cream blushes in it, definitely check that out. I got one of those last year, and this Spice Latte, it is awesome. It looks so good. It epitomizes fall. Love this shade. And then I won't go into depth, but just a little bit on skincare. So if you're in the mood for a moisturizer, this Extreme Cream, I think this really works for all skin tones. I love this. It gives me great hydration. And as we're heading into the winter and kind of the colder months, you want to have a good moisturizer on board. And then if you're one of my people that's got fine lines, check out this one by Alpine. This is their Super Sculpt Serum, and this is excellent. I put this on my neck and my face every day, and I've seen a huge improvement. So if you have fine lines and wrinkles or any kind of issues with texture, Definitely check that one out. And then in the eye category, because you should be putting something on your eye, and if it's not your moisturizer, then check out this one by Summer Fridays, which actually has a really good skincare line. This is their Jet Lag Overnight Eye Serum. It's fantastic. It took away a lot of the dark circles I had under my eyes. I swear by this. This is a really good product. And then I struggle with hyperpigmentation and rosacea around my nose, my mouth, and kind of my forehead and chin. And so in addition to my dermatologist putting me on Solange, she highly recommended a combination that also had niacinamide and azelaic acid in it. I picked up this one by Paula's Choice. This has 10% niacinamide in it, and you just add this. So I've been adding it to my extreme cream. And then I've been using azelaic acid product that I got on Amazon, and it's done a pretty good job, but it does cause a little bit of irritation. So I'm going to pick up the Paula's Choice azelaic acid booster as well. Now, as far as setting powder or face powders go, you really can't beat the Huda Beauty powders. I mean, all of the Easy Bakes are great. So this is a loose setting powder, and I have the one Peach Pie. It looks great. It is perfect. Really, I probably never need another powder besides this one. But of course, that's not the way it works. Now for underneath my eyes, I really like this one. This is by Too Faced. This is Born This Way Soft Blur Foundation, and I have this in the shade Light. I use this underneath my eyes, and it does not cause creasing or any exaggeration of lines. So I really like that one. And then an honorable mention is the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin. This is also a loose powder. It has a little bit of body to it. It comes in different colors, so I really like this one as well. And then as far as lips go, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of tired of Summer Fridays. I mean, it's really not that much different than Bonnie Bell lip smackers that I had as a child. They smell really good, and there's no colors. So, you know, I mean, they try to show color in their pictures online. There's no color. I'm gonna go with something that gives me just a little bit of color when I want some. And this is the Ilia Hydrating Lip Sketch Crayons. These are like basically chubby crayons. And this is what I have on my lips today. I have on Earthen. And then the other glosses that I've been really enjoying, these Tower 28 glosses. I have this one in the shade Cashew, which I put over my lips today, and it gives me color. I don't need it to smell. I really don't. That's what perfume's for. I don't need my lips to smell. You smell it for 5 seconds in the morning and then you're done, and they are expensive. Now, if you just want a lip balm, you can't go wrong with the Drunk Elephant Lippy Balm. I always have 2 at all times. I never run out. This is the most hydrating thing. This is what I wear every day, and then I add color if I really want some. And then I tried out One of the Road lip tint. I got this one in Espresso, and I have actually really been enjoying this as well. Definitely check these out, especially if you're not addicted to Summer Fridays and need to have the whole collection. I think there's like a $250 vault on there. Save yourself some money. They're all exactly the same. Pick a scent that you want to smell for 5 seconds in the morning and then move on to adult products. And then if you're in the mood for eyeshadow, I highly recommend this one. So this is by Natasha Denona, and this is the Icy Nude palette that came out earlier this year. I'll bring this in so you can see it. Gorgeous, gorgeous shades. This is great for going into winter. You have some dark colors, you have some shimmers, you've got some mattes. This is really a complete palette. Now, the newest Natasha Denona that just came out is her Eye Sculpt palette, which I also have. I will say these colors are a little bit repeatable. So if you have the I Need a Nude or even the Grunge palette, this one is definitely still different, but it definitely overlaps a little bit more than with the Icy Nude palette. This is a good palette if you don't have any eyeshadow and you just really want to start off on your journey. It has a nice card, kind of tells you exactly where to put everything. I'll bring this in so you can kind of see it. This is definitely a good palette, but if you have other eyeshadow palettes, I don't know that it brings anything different to the table. However, what I have on my eyes today is the Natasha Denona Eye Sculpt palette. So this came out last year, and you just get these few shades, but I put this in my inner corner, I put this on my lid, I put this in my transition shade, and this in my outer corner, and then I use this to line with. This is a great, easy palette. It's really cheap. It gives you a nice brown look. Great for fall, great for winter. This is a good one to pick up, and it's affordable. Now, I only have one recommendation as far as eyeliners, because honestly, I love this so much. I just don't know why I would go for anybody else, unless you like colors. If you like colors, there's some other products out there, but this one is by Huda Beauty, and this is their Longwear Creamy Kohl Pencil, and I have this in the shade Very Brown. Love this, wear it every day in my waterline. This is absolutely the best eyeliner I have ever tried. And then if you have light skin like I do, it can be really challenging to find a good eyebrow pencil that doesn't just darken your eyebrows and make you look out of place. I have 2 that I really like. There's the Kosas Nano Pop, and this one is in the shade Taupe. This is great for tiny little strokes, looks very brush-like. And then the Rare Beauty eyebrow pencil, I have this one in Soft Blonde. Both of these look great with my complexion, and they don't make me look like I have dark brows and I'm going out for Halloween. And last category is concealer. So I have two. I like both of them. One is a little bit more full coverage, which is the Natasha Denona High Glam, and I have this in the shade RN3. Also, just side note, if you're thinking about getting the High Glam foundation, I'm gonna put my review up above here, but check that out. It was not that great. Save yourself some money. And then the other one I like that's a little bit more hydrating is this one by Westman Atelier. This is Light 1 that I have. This is great. It's creamy. This is kind of my everyday concealer that I wear. So I'd love to hear your recommendations down below and what you guys are thinking about picking up in the Sephora sale, but this is the best of the best for me, and these are products that I really stand behind. I bought all these products with my own money. I'm not influenced in any way. It's just me trying out products so that I can tell you the best ones to check out. And I will have all these products linked in the description box down below and also in the pinned comment. I'd love it if you use my link. I do get a kickback, and as I said, I don't make any money on my channel, so it's always nice to get some help. And I will bring my Sephora haul as soon as I finish checking out at Sephora so you can see what I bought during the Sephora sale in case you have some other inspiration that you would like. I hope everyone has a great day and happy shopping.